Hi, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we'll start the class after 1 or 2 minutes. So more students will join, I think. Yeah, once again, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah,
Good morning, sir.
yeah. So today we'll discuss first. Maximum students have doubt in with clause, right? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we'll discuss first with triggers, then functions with clause function and the triggers, right? Then after that we'll discuss about the subquery also, and then after that you can doubt ask your doubt also. So let me share my screen. My screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yeah. So actually, we'll see how trigger how with clauses work, right? So suppose this is a department table. So this is a department table, and so what is with? So with basically with clause form a temporary relation or temporary table, right? So with syntax is with, then this is the temporary table name. So this is the max budget is the temporary table name. Then if you want to pass any argument, then you can pass argument. Then as whatever you want to write in this, you can write your query. This will form a temporary table or temporary relation, and after that you can use that temporary relation using select clause, right? So what happened in this uh, with max budget? So max budget will be one from a max, temporary relation, max budget table, and consisting of, right, only value, right? So only value, this is a value, right? Select max budget from department. So what will be the max budget from department? Anyone? Which will be the max budget?
Sir, 1,20,000.
Yeah, so this will register 1,20,000. Remember, this will make a temporary relation, right? 124.00, right? So this is the temporary relation. Then after that, while select department name from department and max budget. So we are querying select department name and from department name from department and max budget, where department dot budget equal to max budget dot value. So it will select department name, it will fetch those department name. So department name is like finance, right? So it will fetch department name where department dot budget equal to max budget dot value. So you can compare, so it will this equal to this, right? So it will print the finance. Up to that is clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, am I audible, right?
No,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
it's not clear to me. Can you please explain? Sir, can you please run it in the PG admin if
Yes,
it's
I'm.
possible? Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
I'm. So I'm run the PG admin also. So I'm. This is the output. So I don't know. So max budget. Okay, I think that's there. So if you run in the PG admin, you will get right only finance. This is clear.
Sir, what is the problem statement? At least that is not clear. Ki, what are we trying to figure out?
Find all departments with the maximum budget. So you have to find the. So you can write using the simple query also. So advantage of with clause is you can make temporary relation, right? So you have making a one temporary relation max budget, right? It's consists of value argument, and it will store select max department from department, right? So max, this is max budget table, this is a max budget table, right? So you can see this is a store only the maximum value, right? Maximum value is 1,20,000, right? So it will store 1,20,000. Then we are querying select department name from department and max budget. Department name and the max budget, where department dot budget equal to max budget dot value. So department dot budget equal to max budget. So it will only you can this tuple, right? So output will be the department name. So department is finance. So actually with clause is clear how actually making temporary relation.
So is it like in Python we do max equal to 0 and then we compare and we do a loop and then we
Ah,
compare values with the
yeah, that's
maximum?
like thing, but not the same thing. So this you can write also using the simple query also, like select from one.
Yes.
So but this
Sir, what? Sir,
yeah,
can you just print the table that is the temporary table that is created? Can you print that?
temporary table in the PG admin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can like
We have created a temporary table using with na. So,
yes,
wo jo max that
yeah, you
temporary
can,
table that is created if you
yeah,
can
you can
print.
also wanna print it, right? So select star from right, select star from max out. So if you run that query, you can see that only value. So that's why this is the screenshot. This I'm so
Acha,
this is the temporary table. No, don't do this. I have prepare everything for you.
So,
okay.
sir, this max budget is a temporary table created using with clause.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
So
yes.
this is taken and select query it is taking from the department table. Acha.
And max
Maximum
budget
and
also.
is comparing with this.
Yes, yes. So you can also using the like select from here, but there is a with clause. So you can also using with clause. You can practice right like that. You can also making temporary relation like no some are complex query. So some if you do temporary table, it will maybe easy, right? We'll see one query after that. So that will be very complex query. Using with clause, you can do very easily, right? So this is clear up to this. Hello.
So just give me a minute. We are reading the syntax.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
So, is it like we can use this max budget value in
Yes.
further queries, like in
No, no. You see,
subsequent
if you
queries? Is it
so
so?
if you doing with clause, you have to write. You have to run using the like you have to if you do with clause. So if
Mm.
you do select, so you have to no. So up to that is means suppose okay. So select select department name. So suppose if you are doing with clause, so you have to run along like whole query, right? You have to run. If you this is a temporary table, so if you run this query, then if you run this query, then it will give the error because this is the temporary table. So you have to write along with the select clause also.
So why is it giving an error in the and why you say this is a temporary table?
I see this will okay. See, uh, so you have to see with clause is defining temporary table. So if you know, query like the like very complex query, so if you want to query, so what we can do, we make temporary table and we can use that table also. So if you are writing with clause, so you have to write also like using the select clause also, right? So if you write, so using the select clause you can write. So if you write with clause, then you have to write also along with the you have to run along with the select clause. This is clear for everyone?
Sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll
Sorry, sir,
see.
this is still not clear.
Yes, what is your doubt?
Sir, I'm not getting this, sir. Like, why do we need to create a temporary table here? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yes, you can query without the without using the temporary table, right? Like it, suppose this is select, like select name from department, where budget equal to select max budget from department, max budget from department. Yes, you can write also using the without the with clause, right? So you can do using without the with clause also, but I'm explaining the syntax how actually works with clause. So what is the
it's a
advantage of with
very
clause? Like
important.
very
Sorry, sir. This query that you wrote with your pen, this is going to give me all the departments that whose budget is equal to the maximum budget. Say, if
yes,
there
yes,
are other
yes,
departments that had 1 lakh or maybe 12 k or something, so it will
yes,
give me this is financier, and we'll be getting all the departments as well, which would equate that value, right, sir?
yes, yes.
Now, sir, what does this with clause or like with takes out here?
Okay, see with, this is the temporary relation, this is the syntax, right? This is the temporary relation what you want to with the temporary relation, and what are the parameter you want to assign, right? That value as, so this will store as a, right, what you write in the query select max budget from department. So it will store it will create a temporary relation max budget value 1 lakh. So what are the select max budget from department, so it will store 1,20,000. Then we are querying select department name from department max budget, where department dot budget equal to max budget. So this and this query will give the same result, right?
So can we use your having clause also?
Yeah, you can use having clause also. So this is a temporary relation, that's it. But and other than, you can also group by also having, you can also all uses.
So, sir, the only difference with clauses is just creates a new table
Yeah,
on
it's
max
create
budget.
temporary table, not new
Okay.
table. It's create temporary table, so that we can further use in the select clause. I mean select from, like we can use further use this table.
Okay. Okay, sir.
That's nothing. It's create a temporary table. Everything is clear. Someone asks some doubt, I think.
Yes, sir, it's clear now. And sir, just
Okay.
one more question. This
Yes.
table name is max budget, or this
Yes.
table
Yes.
name is value.
Yes.
So, what is the name of the table, the temporary table?
Temporary table name is max budget. We have
And
written.
how long will this table be accessible, sir? You're saying it's temporary. So,
Yeah,
will
it's temporary.
this
So if you write with clause, so you have to write also like select from whatever. So it,
I get that, sir, but like once we close the PG admin, will this max budget or
no, no,
something?
no.
Like
It's
how long?
temporary table. It will automatically delete it.
No, it does it get deleted right after the query is run, or like I
So
just want to know how long can we access? Suppose in a
just after the run of the query.
okay, so what if I can't access the max budget once I run a second query?
Yes, yeah, it cannot be accessed.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Sir, my question is that we use the as to change the name of a something that the attribute, right? We use as to change the name of the attribute. Here we have
Why?
said usually
Uh,
we use as to change the name of the attribute, right, sir?
in the parameter,
Yes, sir. Select parameter.
select parameter.
Not here, sir. Just asking that we whenever we use as we want to change the name of the attribute, right?
Yes, ls. So
So
yeah,
here,
this.
if we read the syntax, it is saying max underscore budget,
Yes.
then value
Yes.
as select max budget. So would means my logic was that if we are using as to change the name, so it would should to change the name of max
No,
underscore budget
no, no. See,
table.
this is the with clause syntax. So
So
whatever
my
this.
question sir here is that this select max budget is for the value,
So
means it's
select max
populating the
budget from
value.
department. This is the query.
Yes.
So this is the table name, temporary table name,
Okay.
temporary, and this what about the argument? So what will store this value? Select max budget from department. So max budget from
So it
department.
will populate the value,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. So it's clear. Everyone is clear with clause. I will see one example also with like hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please give responses. I'm coming from just from hospital, so please give responses. So yeah, find all department where total. So yeah, there is another example. Find all department where total salary is greater than the average of the total salary at all department, right? So right. So you have to find the all department where the total salary is greater than the average of the total salary of all department, right? So let's see. So we are, and this is the with clause. So we are making temporary table department total and the consisting of value of department name and the value as selected. Select department name sum salary from instructor group by department, right? So department total will store department name and the corresponding sum salary. So because we have group by department name, right? Then we are comma, then we are creating again temporary table department total average, right? What will store? Select, it will store value as select average value from department total. So it will store the average value of the department total. Then what are doing? Select department name from department totals and the department total average, where department total dot value is greater than department total dot average value. So I have created. So department total will store department name and the corresponding sum of the of their salary. So like finance and the sum of their salary like 70,000. So history and the sum of their all the instructor salary, right, belongs to that department, 1,22,000 in the physics, like that. So department total store department name and the value, right? And what department total average will store? It will store all the average of the things, right? All the average of the that, right? Now select department name and from department total and department total average. So department total dot value, department total is greater than department total average dot value, right? So 1,70,000 is greater than that. It is greater than one 1,70,000.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
it will print,
Yes.
uh, right? 1,22,000 is greater than that.
No, sir.
It will not print. It is greater than
Yes, sir.
this value, it will print. This is not greater than, this will not print. This is greater than, this will print. This is not greater than, this will not print, and this is not print. So if you see the output, finance, physics and computer science will print. So finance, physics and the computer science will print. So this is like this complex query, this types of complex query, you can use using with clause. You can write also using the select from a simple query, but it will easy to make it temporary table and temporary relation. So we can using in the select clause. So with clause is clear. So please see with clause. In the quiz, one question may come in using the with clause also. Okay, so with clause is clear for everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now we'll see the view, right? So okay,
Sir, is this will this document be available in the Google Classroom?
yeah, I will upload. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay.
And this is from which database, sir, we are using?
So see, there are university database. There are in university database there are two relations: a small relation and the large relation. So this is the small relation. If you download the small relation, you know, go
And
to
that is there in the resources section, sir.
no no. You can go to DBM. Sorry, what are there? Corp books. Corp. Uh, there is DB book, right? DB. Yeah. You can go to DB book and mm, sample. You can go to sample table and this is SQL code for creating a small relation. So it will you can know you'll get the small relation table also. So if you want, I will provide the all the codes if you want. We can that we have provided the large relation, right? So you can also download from that. This is large relation.
Sir, I'm talking about the database, sir. So if you have to run this query and you have to match it with
Yes,
yours,
you can run using the university database.
that the one which is shared in the resources section in our portal.
Yes. See, there are two database university. In university, there are two small relation. Small relation means there are consist of
This is the smaller ones, right, sir?
smaller
Which
means
you
consisting of
shown in that
less tuple,
website,
right?
which you've shown in the website.
Yes, less tuple and
Oh,
there are large relation consisting of large numbers of tuple, right? So for understanding purpose, a small relation is good because you can see the tuples, what are the tuples, you can compare for understanding purpose. That's why I'm using a small relation. If you download the small relation, if you want, we'll provide the small relation. We have provided the large relation. So if you want, we'll provide the small relation
yeah,
also.
this is given. The small relation is given here in the website, right?
Yes, yes. In the website, you can also download.
So can you please paste the link in the chat?
Yes, yes.
Please. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, can you send the code, the
Yes.
dbbook.com and other
Yeah,
related
I'm
codes?
share in the chat.
Uh,
So yeah, let me Google Classroom.
share the code.
So he can get the right. So up to there is clear. Hello.
Yes,
Which
sir. It's clear.
which clause is clear for everyone?
Sir, last slide, just explain. Can you explain the query once?
This is right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So
One
see,
doubt, with class is used always for creating the temporary table. Is that
yes,
correct?
it's create temporary table or
It's used
temporary
only for that.
relation.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So which
Sir,
clause is
sir,
so
we have to run this query starting from with to ending in greater than department underscore total. Like the
yes,
entire
yes,
code
yes,
has to be run.
yes. Put a whole with from with to this up to this to up to this you have to run.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yes. So
So,
yes,
that means we can create two temporary tables with single with clause, right?
yes, you can create more than two
Multiple,
also.
no? Okay, okay.
More than
Okay,
one
sir.
you can create.
Okay,
So
sir.
you have to just distinguish by a comma like you've given.
Yes, just you have to
So
distinguish by.
if I create another with the, like, if I don't give that comma and put with again with department
It will
total average value, and
give
then
the
put,
error.
okay, okay.
Yes. So syntax. So this is the with clause syntax. So that's why we have to follow the syntax, right?
Yes, sir.
So, sir, just after the with clause query, we have to put comma, and we are not putting comma next to that query.
Yes.
Actually, so it's not required. Just only after the with clause, we have to do so.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. In this, if you see the slide, right? So if you select, there is a okay. So 3.2. So if you see the slide, so there is a one. So there is a one. No, the bracket is missing in the slide. So please, so this will be the bracket is missing. So this is the syntax of, I think, MySQL. So this, PostgreSQL in the, you have to put a one bracket. So if
So
you write
only
it,
one attribute can be made, means only two attribute it contains the temporary table.
yeah, you can make more than one also, more than two also. Don't worry. You can, more than three, more than one also you can do in the using the with clause. So yeah, someone asks like this is the with clause syntax with, then this is the temporary relation name department total, and what will consist department name and the value, and as what data will consist this query, right? Select department name, sum of salary from instructor group by department names, right? So it will group by using the department name, and it will consist of that group sum salary, right? So it will consist of sum salary, department name, and the it will go value and the sum of their salary, right? Then we are creating again one, you know one, what you can say, temporary table, department total average, and it will consisting of value, what will consist, select average value from department total. So it will consisting of average value. So this, if you do average, you will get that average value from department. Then what are we doing, select department name from department total and department total average. So from department total and the department total average, where department total dot value, where department total dot value is, if it is greater than department total average dot value. So if you see finance is, this value is greater than that, history is not, physics is greater than, music is not, computer science is greater than, biology not, and electric engineering not. So this will print the whole query. So this is the output of the query.
So
So
one question.
what is the problem statement to develop this query?
So this is the problem. So we have find all department where the total salary is greater than the average of the total salary at all department. So this is in the slide, you can see find all departments where the total salary is greater than the average of the total salary at all department.
So two averages are compared, is it?
Yes, yes, yes,
That's why we are building up the two separate queries and
yes,
separate tables.
So I have one question, sir.
yes. One question,
So
please.
this, with this comma, we can create as many temporary tables as we want. We can
Yes, you
have
can create
three,
as,
four. Okay.
yes, more than one possible.
And in the query where you put select department name from the temporary totals, you're
Yes,
referring from the temporary tables. We
yes,
can use join or inner join or
yes.
outer
You
join.
can do all the things.
Any
Yes,
query we can do.
yes. You can do
Okay.
any query.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
So this is very powerful.
Sir,
yes.
actually, I'm slightly late. Can you explain me this with clause?
Okay, okay. Yes. So see, what is the syntax of with clause? So with, basically with clause making temporary relation or temporary table, right? So with, this is the name of the temporary relation, department total, and the attributes consist of department name and the value, right? So it will consisting of department name and the value as, right? So what will consist, what are the tuple will consist, this query, right? Select department name, sum salary from instructor group by department name, right? So it will group by according to the department and consisting of department name and their salary sum. Particular group sum of the salary, and we are again creating one temporary table or temporary relation department total average. And the attribute name is only consisting of value as what will consisting select average value from department total. So it will consist of average value from department total. And what are we are to query? Select department name from department total and department total average. So from department total and from department total average, where department total dot value, where department total dot this value is greater than department total dot average value. So if you see finance 1,70,000 is greater than 1,28 something, so it will print. History is not greater than, it will not print. Physics is greater than, right, 1,82,000, it will print. Music is not greater than, right, so it will not print. Computer science is greater than, right, computer science is greater than. Biology is not greater than, electricity is not greater than, so right, so this will the print. Okay.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes, you can ask.
Sir, the first part of the total query, there are three parts to it, if I may say. The
Yes.
first part, with, is a temporary table, department total,
Yes.
right, sir? In the second part, we are using an aggregate function,
So
right?
this
And
this
we are
is
creating,
this is also a temporary table department total
yes,
average.
sir, that is my question, sir. But we are not using a with clause or something like that
So
here.
see, this is the syntax. If you doing comma, using the comma, you can create multiple temporary table.
I get that, sir. Where I'm coming from is that department underscore total underscore average value.
Yes.
So we are like this is using a aggregate function average,
Yes.
where we are not explicitly using the with clause here, right, sir?
Yes. Yes.
I just want to clarify, like when we are using the with clause, can we use an aggregate function like average? Like, could we have used one aggregate function in the first part of the query? I mean,
So
is
you
there
have,
any restrictions there? That's what I wanted to
yeah,
know.
you can see we have using the aggregate compensation some salary, right? Right.
Oh, yes, of course.
So you can do anything, right? So please try to, you can do anything. Please try to do it on your own. That will be better because you can, learn many things.
Got it, got it.
Yes. So, with clause is clear for everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we'll see the view, right?
Sir, sorry, sir, to interrupt you, sir. Oftentimes, what happens is during the output of average aggregate functions, the numeric that we get has a crazy number of decimals. I mean, digits after the decimal. Is there
Yes.
any way to truncate that?
Any?
Any way to truncate? After two to three places
Yeah, I
after.
think using round function you can truncate. So you can Google it. I'm not knowing the syntax. So you can do using the round function.
Okay, sir.
Sir, the
Yes.
department total we are using with clause. We had created earlier the department total table
Yes. This is the department total.
that we had created like a temporary table,
Yes. Yes.
like virtual table, right, sir?
Yes. Not virtual table. This is the temporary table. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. Up to that is clear.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now everyone is clear for with clause, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Can you
we'll
explain
discuss.
indexing?
Yes.
Index.
Yes, you will do right. Don't worry. That is the indexing. You will right. If you want to using some index, there is a syntax create index. So you will discuss. Don't worry. Yes. Okay. Now we'll discuss about the uh, view, right? So like so, what is a view? View is a virtual table, right? Suppose no, you want to hide something. Suppose the like you want to hide instructor salary or something, then we are using the view, right? And the syntax is create view and the view name, then as, in the query expression, whatever you write, right? So suppose if you want to, so if you do select from instructor, select from instructor, if you do select start from instructor, so you can see that there is a id, name, department, and the salary. So if you want to hide the, no, suppose if you want to only view the only id, name, and the department, so you can create view, right? So you can write create view, then the view name, like suppose I'm abc, right? Create view abc, then the as, and the suppose select, select,
So here, why are you not putting the bracket after as?
uh, I think not, you have to not put, so yeah, let's see, d name, department name, right. So that's it. Okay, so you have created view, uh, like abc. So if you want to see, select, you can write select start from abc, right? So you can see it will print the only id, name, and the department name, right? So view is clear for everyone. I think you can, if you do break, if you do, if you put bracket, this will also work, I think that. Yes, it will also work. So if you put bracket or do not put bracket, it will also work. Up to that is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. So
Sir, is this available later on also? Like, is this kind of a permanent change that we are bringing about while creating this thing called view?
can you repeat?
Sir, like you said previously in what we saw with the with function, that the table would not be able, that the table would not be available.
With
Yeah.
clause, in with clause.
In with clause, but here
Yes.
we are creating a view, so it is creating another table, right?
Not,
Uh,
it is a virtual table.
no, is this kind of permanent or
Yes,
like
it will available.
okay, sir.
So if you see the, like, no, what are the view is there? If you do put, you can see that there are two view is there, ABC and ABCD.
So what is the difference between view and tables?
So this is the
If you
temporary relation. If you hide something, right? So you can see that we are hiding, no, instructor salary. So we want to view only the name, like ID, name, and the department. Not, we don't want to view the salary, right? So salary is a confidential thing, right? So like, see,
yes,
as an instructor view, like if you do any application, as an instructor view, as an student view, there are different, right?
yes, sir. But we could simply write line 12 to get the answer.
And
I mean, we could hide salary.
yes, so see, but you can also do like, but for permanent, right? So for permanent, we are creating view, right?
So, can I? So, in this case, right, you can deny access to the table to multiple people. Give them access only to the view. So,
Yes,
if
yes,
you give access only to the view, then they will not be able to look at query the table.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
So that is why we are creating views on top of tables.
yes. So I
Okay.
think you know the levels of abstraction, right? Physical level, logical level, and the view.
Okay,
This
sir.
is the
Okay, sir.
view.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, right. So right, and then the,
How do you give access that from?
this is the different thing, the application thing. So you will learn in the MAD, I think, modern
Okay.
application development, Flux, and all the things you will learn.
And
Okay.
you can create users and access, give users access to tables, read only access to tables, write only access to tables, or you can have, there are multiple levels. That is advanced and it will come later.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir. Through grant or
yes,
keyword.
yes. There are like, there are, in the, if you see, uh, quarter. See, there are if you authorization, right? So you can there are different type of authorization is there: read, insert, update, delete. So you can also give view to the like grant privilege list. What are the privilege list on relation name or view name to user list? You can also give the grant access or revoke access. So don't worry, we will be covering these things. Okay. Now suppose you can do like filter some record also. So find all instructor in the biology department, right? So if you want to get view on the only the no only the biology department, only the if you see only the biology department, so create suppose biology, create view biology, right? Biology H, select id m, department name, instructor factor, what department name equal to biology, right? So you can also do like that also, right? So if you see select start from biology, so you will see that biology department, right? Only biology department, right? So up to that is clear. Now, so now we can create view from another view also. Suppose I want to create view from another view also. So you can, if you see the ABCD, you can see that ID and name is there, right? So if you want to create you know another view, right? So you can also do create from another view also, right? Like suppose I want to only the ID and the name. So select create view, right? you know FGH at select ID name from ABCD. So you can create this is view from another view also, like nested. So yeah, you can create view. So you can start from ABCD from FGH. FGH. So yeah, so you can see the only the ID and the name. Up to that is clear.
Sir, FGH is not visible here.
FG. So if you do refresh, it will be visible. Don't worry. So see.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So view is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
can we run all
Yes,
the
sir.
normal table operations in views also?
Okay. Yeah. Can you repeat?
Can we run all the operations that we did for normal tables in views also?
Yeah. You can also select start from like you can query using the view also. Don't worry.
Okay, everything like okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Whatever do in the tables you can do. Right.
So
Okay.
FGH is a view name here.
Yeah. FGH is a view name.
Okay.
Yes.
Like including joins and everything with views also.
Yes. Including the join and the view also. Don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Can you what 2 minutes? Important call is coming. Only 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi, hello. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes.
is the materialized view. So when the see in the view query expression is saved, right? But materialized view result of the query expression is saved, right? So like physical tables, materialized view means if result of the whatever the result of the query expression, it will saved, and the syntax is like you have to write only the materialized view. Select like materialized view, and the view name suppose this is the ME, right? And view as select ID name from instructor. So it will accept the result of the query expression, right? So it will get materialized view. Uh, okay, so like MA. Okay. Okay, let's keep the okay. I don't yes, actually some syntax issues. I don't remember the syntax, so we'll update in the discourse. Okay. So what is the difference between materialized view and the view?
So
So
if you just put capital as, will it work, sir?
I think it will not work. Select.
Just put capital AS.
Okay. Yeah. Select materialized view, right?
No,
Materialized view. Then the
no,
view
no,
name is
as capital.
yes, yes. We will keep as, and the query expression is select star from instructor. And materialized view.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I think it is create materialized, not select
Okay.
materialized.
Oh, sorry. Create then the materialized view and the view names. So add select star from instructor. It will create the no view materialized. So ABC already exists. So DEF. So it will create the materialized view. So what is the difference between view and the materialized view? In the materialized view, result of a query expression it will store as a result as a table, right? Where the view it will store the query expression, only the query expression it will save, right?
So what is the output here? Select one to what is that?
Where select.
Select one to on the output.
So it will if you select from view name is ABCDF, right? View name is ABCDF. So you can see that whatever the query expression it will store as a result from. So what are the advantages of materialized view? So some view is frequently used, right? So in that case you can create a materialized view and you can use.
So
So
I'm
please
not.
select the above
Actually,
expression. Select
this is the
star.
only difference, right?
Oh yes, only difference is materialized view. No result whatever the result of the query expression it will store as a table, and the view it will store only the query expression.
So please select this the previous query. Select star from FGH.
Okay.
Please run that.
Okay. Yes. Only the ID and the name, right?
Yeah, but sir, I don't think any difference is here. I can't see it.
Even I can't see any difference. Both are tables.
Yes, sir.
No. See, view, right? In the backend, right? It is difference in the backend, right? So in the view, only the query expression is saved. It will save as the only query. So every time you select a step from FGS, it will every time is, this query is running. Every time you are doing, this query is running. But the difference is materialized view, it will store as a table, right? It will not run, not this query will not run. It will, right, it will store as a table what are the
Like as a
result of.
physical table, right?
Yes, as a physical table, right? Materialized view, like it will store as a physical table.
So is it creating a table, sir? Materialized
Yeah,
view?
it's creating materialized, like creating the materialized view, like it will create the, you know uh, like physical table, like you can think about the, suppose no, some view is, frequently used. But if you uh, frequently use, what we can do, you can create the materialized view, so that we can, this result of the whatever the result, we can store as a table, and we can, because access time will be less, right?
Okay, sir. So we are storing this as a permanent table in our
Yes,
database.
yes,
We are
as a
creating
permanent
it.
table. Yes, yes.
Okay.
So
Sir,
sir,
can
we
we,
could create it at create table. So
Yes.
instead of
and after
materialized view.
that, on that table, can we create materialized view?
Yes, after on the table, you can also create materialized view. So
Like
it will
create
be like
materialized
nested.
view ABCD as select all from biology.
Yes. Can you repeat?
Like on the line number 31st,
Yes.
can you replace instructor with biology?
Instructor with biology. Biology means it is,
Biology, like it's a view table. No?
it is materialized view, right? This is a materialized view,
This is a
ABCD.
materialized view, but biology is the name of a view table.
Is biology from a view table. So these are the differences. Yeah, you can also do from the biology also. Don't worry. So you can also do from biology. Biology, like if you can do ABCD of the eight. Yes, you can do metallurgy view also from view. This is, this will kind of the nested things. You can also do.
So
Okay.
this materialized view,
Yes.
will this be shown under the views or under the table?
See, see, both are the view. View only save, only, save the query expression. View. But metallurgy view, result of the query expression, it will save. Right. So see, if
But
you,
that's also stored as a table only.
yes, a storage table. So like see, view. So view. Suppose if you are in select ID name from instructor. So in the view, this query expression will be saved, right? In the view. If you do materialized view, whatever the result, whatever query gives, so this tuple, whatever the tuple will give, so this tuple will be saved as the table form. In the view, only the query expression will be saved, but materialized view, right? Result of the query expression, whatever tuple gives, it will save. Only that
But
difference.
but the data is same, is it, in both the tables?
Yes, the data is same. So advantage is, suppose some view is frequently used. So so if you do view, so you have to run this query in the backend will run again and again. But if materialized view, suppose only one tuple is give, so you can directly, look, see only that materialized view only is, access time will be very less. That's why we are using materialized view sometimes.
So what is the significance of view then? Because it should always be materialized view by default. I mean, in a, if you are using practically, you are giving view to the user,
Yes.
then you would create a permanent table only, materialize view, and then give it
No,
to the
no.
user.
So
Why do you need view?
so see,
I
view
think
like,
space constraint will be there. Then we are creating table again and again.
yes. So see, view like only the result. See, there is only one difference. View like this, only the query expression, whatever the query expression, this will save. And the materialized view is whatever the tuple gives.
No,
This,
that is clear, sir. I'm saying practically, what is the importance of,
yes,
what is the significance of view?
view no in the some query like no not frequently used, right? Some view is not frequently used, right? Because materialized view store extra space in the database. If you using
Okay.
materialized view, it will store as a table, right? It will
Okay,
no,
clear, sir. So if you want to use it for some kind of analytics or some for temporary, and
yes,
then
yes,
you would just want to extract the data into some other say spreadsheet or something, then you can use view,
yes, yes,
and then do away with that.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So,
So
so is view a temporary, like view gives a temporary thing just as the with clause, because after selecting this particular query in the view, we'll not be able to access it again. Is it
no,
like
no,
that?
no, no, no. View will be access. It will permanently stored. So permanently stored, the query expression will be the permanently stored.
Sir,
It
if
will
that is the case, if the underlying parent table, the data is changed, will that be reflected in the view?
What do you mean by when you say query expression is stored and the data is stored? Means
Keyboard का part क्यों ना?
query expression
query
means
expression
so
returns the
see.
data only.
Yes. So see this query expression only this will save. Select ID name from instructor. So when you using the it will in the background it will run the query expression. So see. Okay. So select ID from instructor, right? So let's run. Select instructor from instructor. But this is the query expression, right? This is clear.
Yes,
This
sir.
is the query expression, and this is the result of that query expression. This output.
Yes, sir.
So in the view, this query expression is saved, but in the materialized view, result of the query expression will save as a form of the table.
Okay, if that is the case, if the data in the underlying table is changed,
Means in the
Sir,
table will be
can you just run the view and
can
what
I
was the
finish
other
my
view?
question, please? This is the second
yes,
time
yes,
I
Yeah,
tried
sure.
to just jump
yes,
down.
yes, please, Subramaniam.
So getting back to my question, that if the underlying parent table data is changed, what is
Yes.
the status of the data in view and materialized view?
In the materialized, suppose if want to change which you want to change, like instructor something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will like if you change, it will affect also on the view also. Means like if you change the something some records, right? So it is the
Yeah.
view also. No, select start from instructor. So it will just
No, no.
query expression. So it in the view also change.
No, but you said materialized view, that will be saved as a
Yeah,
table, no? So once the table is changed,
yeah,
then
it's
another view.
materialized view. Yes, it will also change. In the materialized view, we have to update that materialized view, right? So every time when you change that, it will in the materialized view just update that things.
It automatically gets updated, huh?
Yes, it's automatically get updated.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So there are some big advantage, disadvantage also in the materialized view. We have to update also what are the every time you have to update because you have storage a table when some manipulation in the like if you add records or delete records you have to
In view,
update,
you don't
right?
have to update. It'll
Yes, yeah,
automatic. Okay,
yes,
because it's a
yes,
query from the original table.
yes, it's so there are
Okay.
advantage and disadvantage also. So according, so if you do frequently use, then you can create a materialized view. If you do not frequently, you can create view.
So, sir, for updating in view, what we will do is just create a new query, right?
No, for updating it automatically updated because this is a query expression, right?
So suppose we want to, we have given view for ID and name, and we want to give view as department name also. So how will do that?
Okay, so uh, you can create another view also, or suppose uh, yes, I think there is some alter is I don't know the syntax, so I'll provide the in the discourse. You can post as a discourse. I will answer on that. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. And sir, just for the clarification, the basic difference is what you are saying. In materialized view, we have a table which is stored as a permanent table,
Yes, yes,
just as the other tables.
yes,
So
yes,
whenever we access the materialized view, we just have that table like as an output. But
yes,
in view, we have a subquery, and whenever we choose a view,
yes,
then the subquery is just the subquery is just works on and it returns the output. So in materialized view, we don't have to wait for the query to run, and as it is stored as a table. But in view, we have that query will run again, and then it will give the output.
huh.
Is that so?
Yes, yes,
Okay, sir.
So I think we can use alter view.
yes. Yeah, there is some syntax is there, Walter view or something.
Yeah.
Yes, you can Google out also. There is no, you can find lots of resources.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Yes,
Pardon me, sir, what was this alter view? Could you explain the context a bit?
to change the, suppose there is a ID and the name. If you want to add something department name, then we can use alter view.
Oh, it's like altering a table. Is
Yes,
it?
yes, yes,
Oh,
yes, yes. Okay, now we'll go to the function, right? So, okay, okay. So, suppose if you want to find the, count of instructor where department name is finance. So, you can do, right. You can do the query select count from instructor where department name equal to function. So, I can do, suppose if you want to find the music, right? So, music. So, select count stuff from department equal to music. So you can, I can do, so you have to, every time you have to change the query. So we can create a function, right? So it will create the, we can count the whatever the instructor, the department name, right? So what is the syntax of functions? So first create or replace, then the function names, whatever the, so what do you mean by create or replace? You can also write create function. So create or replace means if there is existing function of that name is there, then it will replace that function, right? So that's why better to write create or replace functions, then the function names, and whatever the arguments is there, so you can write arguments, whatever the arguments, then the returns, then the returns, and the returns data types, right? Then the as, then the dollar symbols, and if you declares variable declaration, if you declares any variable, so you can write, variable declares, then the begin, then the begin is there, then the whatever into the function body, and the whatever you want to write returns variable names or the value, then the end, then the language is PLP, G, SQL. So procedural, PG means Postgres, the SQL, right? So let's write one instructor. Uh,
So,
So
sir, for the replace thing, do we have to give the table which we want to be replaced by?
no, create or replace means if there are function names, if if you write some function name, right? So if function name is exist already exist, so it will replace, nothing like that. If you only create function, if you write create function also, you can do.
Okay, okay.
Okay, okay. So let's write. So let's suppose, suppose you have defined a function that given name of a department and return the count of the numbers of instructor in that department, right? So what we can do, create or replace, create or replace, then the function, then the function name, right? Department count, and the department name, right? So there are two, uh, there are only one, like only one arguments, and the varchar is 20 is there, right? Then What about the you have to returns, right? Whatever returns the count, right? Return int, right? Return int, right? Then the language.
This should be returns, right, sir?
Yes, thanks. Returns. Thanks. So yeah, language PLP, ELP, the SQL, right? Then as then dollar symbols to declare one variable, right? Declare one variable, suppose decount, right? So decount then integer, right? Integer, right? Then begin the function select counters from counter into what about the into decount right from instructor per department m equal to dpt m, right? Then we can write return decount, right? Then decount then and dollar symbol is there. So let's run the query. So I think it will create a function.
So instead of into, can we use as?
So this is the syntax. Select into count star into decount. Whatever this is the variable name, right? Decount. So
Yeah.
this is syntax. So I don't. You can try if it's work. I think it's fine. But into is the syntax. So whatever you write.
Because instead of function, maybe in general query we could use as also. Select count star as decount something.
So see, we are putting some whatever the count star value we will want to give into the decount. Decount is a variable name, right? So that's why we write.
I understood, sir, into thing, but I'm
Yes.
just asking whether could we replace this with as also or not?
You can try out in the PG admin.
Okay, sir. And so this varchar 20, instead of specifying the value of that, the type of the data, could we just leave it as it is, like use department name and then varchar only?
So department name and the very this is the data type what you want to pass.
Yeah.
Better to give data types. This is the good practice.
No, sir. I'm just asking not to give any value to varchar.
Yes.
Because
If you want to, if there is nothing argument is there, so you can just put only blank. This
okay,
is the
sir.
argument what we want to pass the like in the Python function or in the C++, what we want to argument passed.
Yes, sir.
Similar to Python. So if you do select star from instructor, select.
Sir, can we use like tuple in this case instead of department name as a varchar?
Yes, you can tuple.
Like, yeah, can you so?
You can try out there. Can you see the function is the very vast thing, so you can try out. If this work, then it's fine.
Okay, sir.
So select
Sir,
department.
dollar symbol is used to separate the query from the function, sir.
So this is the yes.
The query starts from that declare line or
Begin and the begin. Query start from begin.
Okay.
So count department count. Suppose if you want to write music, right? You will get output. Okay, so this is the department name. So there is a syntax issue. Sorry, I can run that. Music. You'll find that there is only one instructor in the music department. You can also change the at computer science or history, right? History. So you can write history. After that is clear for everyone.
Can you please explain again? Yeah, I'm not getting what we are actually doing. We are creating a table or?
It is function, right? creating a uh,
Replacement function.
and
Okay.
no this is a definite means syntax.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are creating one function, so return the count of numbers of instructor in particular department.
Okay.
So what we do, create or replace. Create or replace means if department count exists, this name if exists, it will replace that. You can only create function, it will be fine,
Okay.
right? So always good practice to create or replace function, then create or replace function, then this is the function name department count, then the whatever the argument you want to pass, then that returns whatever you want to returns it int and a varchar or characters.
Okay.
Then the language PLP JSQL.
This is a standard syntax, right?
Yes, language PLP JSQL means procedural PostgreSQL. So this
Okay.
what you are using. Then as, and the dollar symbol, then declare if you want to declare any variable, so decount into integer, then the begins and the end. So this is the function body if you want to write whatever what you know function, right? So select count star into decount from instructor where department name equal to department name, this department name returns decount, right? So return decount, so that's it, then the
So
end.
whatever we are returning, we are declaring that particular variable. Is that correct?
Yes, you declare yes.
Whatever we want as the output, we have to write that as a declare in the declare statement,
Yes, whatever
and also the variable type, data type.
yes.
Sir,
Sir,
without replace, if you give create also, then also the function will work, sir.
Yes, without replace it will also work.
If the name exists, then it won't.
Yeah, if name exists, it won't. Okay, it's correct. Up to that is clear?
yeah, sir, a couple of questions, sir.
Yes,
First of all, sir, when we write create or replace function, then we
yes,
give the name of the
yes,
function we are trying to create.
yes.
Now, this department underscore count may exist as a table or it may exist as a view or anything like that, will still get replaced. Or is it like only a
No,
function?
no. If
That's a
only function, if there
okay.
is only function is there, then it will replace.
Only a function by that similar name. Okay, sir. My
Yes,
second
yes.
question is that we are passing one particular sir department underscore name varcat 20. Sir, dpt underscore name is an attribute.
So what do you want to pass, right? This is the argument. What do you want to pass? We can write ABC also.
No, no, I get it, sir. But where is this coming from? Do we need to specify a table
So
or something? I'm just trying to find the source of
yes.
the passing the argument that we are passing.
So when you write select department count from history, so this will get this. This is the department name. When you call the function, right? When you call the functions history, right? Department count. So department count will be give department name will be the history. So
I get
this
it,
will
sir. I get it, sir. Where I'm coming from is like history could be cell value in any number. It could be multiple tables or relations could have this particular variable history stored. Where does the department underscore, I mean, department name get it from? Where is it trying to pull it from? Do you understand my question?
From the instructor, that is given in the instructor table, I think.
Where is it?
Down. He is given from instructor. I think that's what it takes. Correct, sir? Is all taking from instructor table, I think.
Okay, okay. So this particular department name should be coming from the attribute should be coming from the relation instructor. And that
Okay.
value that we are trying to pass, say history, must be present
hello.
in the table instructor. Is it?
It'll be one of the values in the department name is the attribute,
In the middle,
which will have instructor, history, music. So the tuple name will be history, music.
He's asking where this
actually,
department name attribute is coming. I think
That's
that was
from the
his
instructor.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Please tell
Hello.
me, sir.
So yeah, so in the middle, electricity is gone. So can you ask once?
Yeah, I think others have answered that question. So my question was that department underscore name, that the argument
Yes,
that we are passing, where was it coming
yes,
from?
yes.
So I got the answer that it is
Yes,
coming from the relation instructor, where department underscore name is an attribute having one
yes,
particular value, say history, in one of the attribute
yes,
values. That is what I was
yes,
trying to
yes,
clarify.
correct.
Where is it coming from?
Yes, yes, yes,
Thank
correct.
you. Clear.
Oh,
So basically, the use of a function is if you are trying to query something repeatedly, of say we want the department, different department names. So function is a easy
Yes,
way
yes.
to instead of putting that query, keep changing that query again and again. We use a function. That's the use.
Okay, so after this clear?
No, can't hear you, sir.
Your
I don't know
voice
what.
breaking. Yeah.
Am I audible?
No, it's
Your,
break.
Hello.
Your voice is
your
breaking.
voice is breaking.
Okay, can you what's
Now it's clear.
okay? Let me switch that work. That will be. Electricity is gone, so mobile network. Okay,
Your voice
it's
is
clear for
breaking again.
everyone. Okay,
Voice is breaking, sir.
let me change my network. Yes. Hello, now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Now is table value function. What is the table value functions? Function that returns relation as a result. So function returns tables as a result. So suppose if you want to find the particular table, right? Uh, tables of mm, right, all the details of uh, history department, right? So any computer science department, right? So I've already write the query, so I'm copy pasting. So I'm just explaining. So create or replace function, then this is the instructor of this is the function names, then the department names, whatever the argument you want to pass, then the return tables, then you have to what are the things you want to returns: id, name, department name, salary, numeric, right? And the id name, then the language PLP skill as begin return query. So this query return select instructor.id, instructor.name, instructor.department name, instructor.salary from instructor, where instructor.department name equal to instructor of department name, right? Then the and then the dollar symbol. So if you run this query, so it will run, it will create a function. So if you run this query, select start for instructor of music, so you can see that it returns as a table. So table value function is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everyone is clear. Table value function is clear for everyone.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
So,
so
sir,
now
to interrupt, like previous query was returning only value.
yes, it
So
returns
can
table.
we go to the previous query, sir? Once, just want to compare this with the previous one, sir.
Yes, we'll provide all the code. Don't worry. So you can in the
So that was returning an integer. Now this one is returning a table.
yes, return is
Okay,
get table.
okay. Just wanted to like get that difference. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, no, I will see thing about the trigger. So what is trigger? Trigger is a special type of stored procedure. So that automatically runs when an event occurs. So it automatically runs in event occurs. So events means it can be insert, it can be update, it can be delete, or it can be no DDL command also. So when an events occur, it's automatically insert. So right. So let let me give one example. So that will be better. So let me share my screen. So my screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Suppose there is a student table name, and the consisting of roll numbers and the name and the marks. Suppose this is a marks 1, maths, anything, or marks 2, and the marks 3, and there is another attribute is total marks, and then another attribute is average, right? So what I'll do, like, we'll insert roll numbers, name suppose ABC, marks like 90, 91, 92. What what I'll do, would you insert this value, what will and triggers, it's automatically calculate the total marks and the average marks also. So triggers automatically calculate, and it will, it will automatically insert those value, total marks and the, average marks. So how we'll see the also code also. So this, I mean, basic things of triggers is clear, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll see the, like, in that, no. So I have one created. uh, I've created one, like, uh, one, one database, trigger live SQL, right? Then what we'll do, first we'll create a table, roll numbers in primary key, marks bracket 10, marks 1 int, marks 2 int, marks 3 int, and the total marks int. So you can do also, average, float data type also, and the average marks is float. So it will create a table. So it's create a table. So for that, first you have to use, for triggers, so you have to first get the procedure, right? So what are the syntax? So create function and the trigger function names, then the returns triggers, then language PLP JSQL as begin, and the whatever you want to trigger logic, right? This will return as the trigger logic, and the ends and the dollar symbol, right? So okay, let's write that trigger logic. Okay,
So could
so
you please explain what is triggers? I'm having difficulty to understand it.
okay, so triggers is a special type of stored procedure. So this is a, like, a special type of stored procedure that automatically runs when an event occurs. Automatically runs when event is occurs. Events means insert, update, deleted, deletes, or anything. When events occurs, right? So uh, this is called, you know triggers. Hello, am I audible, right?
Yes, but I didn't understand yet
Yeah.
about it.
So after that, after the one example, right, I'm giving one, after that one you can able to understand, don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so what I'm doing, like, what I've done in the create table, and the roll numbers in primary key, and the name varchar, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, the total marks and the average marks. So what
So
will
in
total
this,
marks and the average marks?
what you're
Yes,
saying is if we when we create this trigger function and when I
yes,
insert into this table student, roll number, name,
yes,
marks 1, 2, and 3, automatically
yes,
total and average will be
yes, inserted.
inserted. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So okay, let me, okay, so let me first, create or replace, create or replace. You can write, create only also, you can create, replace, then function and calculate. So I'm, giving the total, then average, right? Return trigger, right? Return trigger, and the language
Again, there will
P.
be returns, sir. The first one will be returns.
Okay, thanks. Because see, please forgive, please forgive me this silly mistake. Sorry. PLP SQL, and as, and you have to write the dollar symbol, So as dollar symbol, then you declare two variable, declare total int and average float, right? Average float, and then begin total equal to new dot max one plus new dot, don't worry what are the new we'll discuss, max 2 plus new max 3. So after that is clear, new dot total max equal to new dot total max max is equal to total and new dot average equal to total by 3 divided by what is the simple, right? This is then return new and dollar symbol.
So here, even in the admin, we have to put this semicolon.
Yes, you have to put the semicolon. So see what is the total new means. New means if you do insert. So after insert, if you like, it will be the new value, right? Whatever the new, and before insert, whatever the value, this is the old value. So if you do the delete, so after deleting, uh, whatever the like after value, after deleting, this will be the new value, and the before deleting, this will be the old value. So new like new thing is clear.
Sir, can
Yes.
you please repeat one more time, please? This new thing.
Okay, I'm repeating. Okay, 1 minute.
New is whenever you add a new tuple. That's what this
Yes.
is.
So new means before. So if you do the insert, right? So before inserting whatever the value, this is called old value. After inserting whatever the value, this is called new value. Hello, this is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So that's why.
Sir, how will this query know in which table we have to insert the marks?
Yes, we'll do like no, there is a
The
one.
parameters, the function parameters are not there, sir.
Yes, there is a, we have to also write on trigger side, right? Trigger name. So don't worry, we'll do. So there is a that is a, we have to also write one triggers. So don't worry. This is the we have
Okay.
write the function only that stored procedure, right? So you have to also write that trigger function.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is the trigger. So let's write. Let's run that.
So where in the query we are updating this, like we are getting this new tuple.
Yes. So see, after I am explaining, you are able to understand what is trigger. Don't worry. So let me complete.
Okay.
Then we have to now we have to triggers, right? This is the triggers. So create triggers, then trigger name. What is the trigger names? And this is the before and after, right? So before means uh, before
Old
or
value.
before events, no event, this is the before events or after events, before inserts or after insert. Triggers will be triggers before insert or after insert. If you delete, before deletes, trigger will be automatically runs before deletes or after delete, right? Then on which table names, then for each row or statement, then the execute procedures and the trigger function, right? So let me do also. So create triggers, create trigger, trigger names like calc total average insert before insert insert on student, right? Before on which table name? So before insert on, this is the before or after. So before, this is the event name, right? So event name is insert on which table name? On student, right? On student, and then for each row, right? For each row, to execute procedure. What is the procedure name? Calc total average, right? So calc total average. Calc total average. So let's write. So here this is the triggers. Execute. I think it's there. Execute. Total execute procedure. Oh, sorry, that is a mistake. Yes. Okay. Up to that is clear. Hello.
So we are like execute procedure calc total average. We are not
Yes.
like writing insert after that.
Yes. So yeah. So let me insert the data, right? So insert.
Yes, so in line number 49, we are like the trigger name is calc total average insert, but we are like execute procedure calc total average. We are not writing insert after that.
So this is
That's the function. That's the
calc
function.
total average. This is the procedure, not function. This is the procedure.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So if you insert into any data, right? Insert into student, right? Insert into student. Suppose roll number is first we give a roll number, right? Roll number is 1. Then suppose it's Subendu. And the marks is like 90 and 92, 100 and 95. So insert. Sorry, there's a mistake.
Comma. It's a comma on 90.
So one more comma after
90
One
comma.
more comma. And you're not putting values. Insert into student values.
Sir, more stuff to remember syntax in week 3, sir.
New has no field average. New has no full average. Okay, so let me see. New dot average.
So this procedure, what you have written, that doesn't have to have any parameters.
No, in the procedures, it does not need any parameters. So this is the average marks, right? This is the average marks. So not average. You can see the average marks. Okay. So let's run that. First create or replace create function. Then also see in the exam, practical part of the trigger will not be asked. Only theoretical part will be asked. That whatever the lecture is sufficient for you. For practical, for hands-on, we are giving one example. That's it. So okay, so if you see so we have inserted only the marks, right? Hello.
Yes.
So if you see the table, select start from student. So we can see that automatically two value is inserted. So our total marks and average. This is the beauty of trigger. You can do automatically.
So what is the difference between
Can you scroll up?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So in OPT,
And
we'll
down,
have
sir,
questions
to the
related to
function.
triggers.
Yes, someone is asking in OPT.
We'll have questions related to triggers also.
No. Only theoretical part is is there, triggers, function, and the procedure. Only theoretical part is there. Will not be asked anything regarding the practical things. So
In
this is the
OPP?
OPP will be not only in the OPP trigger function will not be there.
Okay.
Don't worry in the OPP.
So what is the difference between function and procedure?
See, functions like it always a return value. In the procedure, it may or may not be return value. That is the difference.
So how do we differentiate between a function and a procedure with the return value?
Yes, or in the function means there must be a return value, but in the procedure they may or may not be return value.
Okay.
Yes. It is optional return value in the procedure. Return value is optional. It may or may not be.
But as a developer, how do one will decide whether to go for a procedure or a function?
So it depends on the depends on the whatever the requirement is there. So it depends on that things.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yes. So trigger is clear, or shall I explain once again?
So please explain from the starting, like create table student to the end, so as to sum up all the concepts altogether.
Yeah, please explain.
Can you repeat?
So please explain it once again from starting to end, so that we could sum up all the concepts altogether.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Yes. So let me. So we are creating.
After
Uh,
this, your query, you please explain with that page also,
yeah.
in PG admin also.
Can you explain?
No, instead of after finishing this brief explanation, in that query, in the PG admin, if you explain, it will be more helpful. What?
Yes. I'll explain. So what is the student? There is a student table. There is a roll numbers name, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, and the total marks and the average marks. So we will insert the roll numbers names 90, marks 1, marks 2, and marks 3, and the triggers will automatically inserted the these two value, right? So we are creating.
One second, Aditya, kindly.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. Hello. Am I audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So uh, so first we have to create the table student, right? Then we have to, for trigger we have to first we have the procedure. You have to write the procedure, right? So this is the function, right? So create function, trigger function. So you have to return the triggers in the language PLPJSQL as begin and the trigger logic and the end. So we have returns one procedure, create or replace functions, calc total average, returns trigger, language PLPJSQL, declare, we declare two variable totals and the average. So begin and end. This is the you know uh, what we can trigger logic. Total equal to new dot marks 2 and the new dot marks 3, new dot total marks equal to total, so whatever we given this will be the total, and the average will be total by 3, right? Then the returns whatever the new value, like total marks and the average marks. And you have to write the triggers now. Create triggers, calculate total average, insert before. This is the before this is the event name, insert before, insert on which table, student table. For each row execute procedures calc total average. So whatever we write calc total average, so it will proceed. So if you insert any value, let insert any another value, insert into a students values like 2 and suppose 100 899. So if you insert, it automatically inserted other two value. So you can see that other two values automatically insert. This is the beauty of trigger, right? I'm explaining your example. Suppose there is a table, so you can write a triggers, right? If you delete any records in tables, there is another backup table. If you delete this tuple, any main table, any row, it automatically inserted on the backup table, right? So So in the main table, suppose there is a more confidence thing is there or more important things there, so you can write
No, can you
automatically
repeat
backup
that,
table.
sir? If we delete anything from here, then
Yes.
what happens?
Yeah, it will delete it. I'm explaining another also another suppose another not another like another you can write a triggers, right? There are suppose another example. Suppose there is a student table, there is a some record. So you can uh, write a triggers. There is a suppose student backup table. So there is suppose anyone anyone is deleted by in somewhere in any tuple is deleted automatically inserted in the student backup table. You can also create it write a triggers. I'm
Okay.
explaining one
So
example.
it'll be deleted in the backup table also. That is the
No,
trigger.
if it deleted in the student table,
Then it'll be
you're automatically inserted in the student backup table like trace or bin.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so
So, sir,
So
where will be the student backup table? Do we have to create it also?
no, you can write another trigger logic. I'm just explaining.
Okay, sir.
So this
yeah,
is
Sir,
but we'll have to create a student backup table and then write a trigger where it'll. So they'll basically for audit.
yes
So
audit.
anyone who deletes, so you'll know what was deleted, and you can then roll
Yes.
back that record if it
Yes.
was done by
In the
mistake.
trigger, you can do many things. Just this is an example. Just you can trigger, many things. Like
sir, after inserting only it gets triggered, sir. But we are using before in the query, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the
yeah.
difference for after and before, sir?
Before means before this value inserted. Before this value inserted, it will, this value will be inserted. So it's in the backend. You are not seeing, but in the backend. After insert, it will also work. Don't worry. Before, so some before and after, this case is not defines clearly, but many cases before like before delete or after delete. In the delete, before delete or after delete is can understand that before delete is there will be records and after delete there will be not non record will be there, right?
So this is syntax basically. You have to put before
Yeah,
insert.
before means whatever before events or after events. Like if you delete some records, so before delete or after delete. So this is the event name, right? So before events
Okay,
trigger will
it's
be
clear, sir. Clear. So before insertion of these values, what we are putting,
yes.
it will already for that particular column, total marks and average marks, it will
Inserted.
put that procedure. Yeah, it will insert
Yes.
that procedure.
So
Right.
this is the event. So there is a one tutorial is, regarding the trigger. You can also watch that tutorial.
So please explain this once more, because before what I'm understanding is it's creating a new row when you are inserting
No,
a
no,
new row.
no. See,
Yeah.
this is the event name. Insert. This is the event name. So
Okay.
before insert, trigger will be automatically invoked or automatically run.
But sir,
This,
it's running after, like, you are inserting this RAM and it's 3 marks, and then it's calculating the total marks and average marks. There, what the
so
trigger
in
does
the
it?
backend, your backend, what is the thing? You are not seeing that in the backend. What are the things happening? See, insert into the values, right? This inserted before,
So
right?
it's like before we're inserting, we are creating a trigger procedure. That's what the meaning,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
We are giving
Before insert,
something that,
this value.
yeah, we are creating a procedure before insertion. That is what it means, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So
it's only for the procedure creation.
yes. So one trigger will be automatically runs. So this is the before. This is the event name. It can be delete also. It can be update also. This is the event name. So it can be before insert, before update, before delete, or it can be after insert, after delete. So this is the event name, and this is the what after or before.
Sir, if you
Even-
change it after, what would happen, sir, in that
After
query?
it will be the same things. You not see the
I
difference.
think before and after we can see the main difference when we use delete.
Yes, when you use delete. You can see that you can create table, you can also do using the trigger. You can explore many things in that trigger, so you can create your own like anything.
So if you give after delete, so after deletion only the procedure will be created. It's like
Yeah,
that.
only the trigger will be automatically run.
After deletion.
Yes, after deletion. Or before means before deletes. If you
That
delete some,
you can
if
delete.
you see the difference, if you delete some, if you writing, before deletes or
After delete,
after
we can
delete,
find the
so you can
difference.
see the difference. So
Okay.
you can create your own. And if you have any problem, you can, there is a discourse. You can post, discourse. I will answer.
So for trigger, these many things are needed, Nika. All these paragraph, a complete set of top to bottom is needed, right? To write a
Yes.
procedure.
Yes, yes. First, you have to proceed.
Create
You have
the
to
procedure.
for trigger. You have to create the procedures. Then you have to create the triggers.
So do we compare before and after deletion anywhere?
So you can do like if you see the demand difference before what is before and what is insert using the delete. If you delete before insert and the after insert will be before insert will be before delete will be the all the records will be there, but after records if you want to any delete any record, this record will not won't be there. So if you see the difference, if you means before and after, if you do deletes, you can see the difference.
But
Sir, here before or after, the will won't make a difference if we run
Yes,
this.
yes, because this is insert, right? So it won't make many means difference. It's
What
same.
about updates?
Yeah, suppose if you want to update before update or after update,
That will be the same.
yes, that will
Both.
make the same. So
No, here it'll make if you put after in this trigger,
yes,
then it won't execute the procedure, right? If you
it will
just put after,
it will execute the procedure.
it will.
Suppose yeah, it will execute the procedure.
So can you please show us?
Okay, so suppose you have to delete drop trigger, right? Drop trigger.
No, no, in this, sir, in the above one only, if you put after
Yes,
insert
yes. So
also.
first you have to delete the procedure trigger, right? You have
Okay,
created one trigger.
okay.
So drop trigger, calculate total. I think what is saying? Syntax at the end of input. That's drop trigger. Drop trigger. Anyone know the syntax how to drop the trigger? Okay.
So if we change after insert in that, it won't work in the
It will
trigger.
work. It will work. It will work. Don't worry. So what I'm doing. So let's copy the all the things, and I'm creating one like one database, and create database like trigger. It will no query tool. It won't make difference, right? So run that query done successfully. This is after, right? So get trigger after insert. What is
So
the
you did
insert?
select the, yeah.
Yeah, you can see the C.
Okay. So if you do insert, so this will only make difference. So you can see that. So if you see the difference, then you can in the delete you can see the difference.
It's
No,
not showing, sir.
it's not showing.
Okay.
See, why is it null?
It has to be before because
Yes, yes. It's to be before. Yeah, it's to be before insert. Yeah, it's to before insert. Yes. So
So, sir, because of after, it's showing null here.
yes, yes, because after it's showing null. That's
So,
right.
because it's displaying the whole like tuples and the table before, sorry, after inserting this on
Yes,
this row. That's why.
yes. So before the insert, like it will be inserted. Right? Yes. So
I'm
before
not,
and after it's clear for
no,
everyone.
no, I'm not getting why it is a null. After inserting, we are creating procedure, right? Why it is not
No,
calculating?
no. So not creating procedure. See, after insert means before insert or after insert triggers means this is the trigger. So
Yes,
triggers will be automatically run, right?
yes. So
So
after inserting, we are creating a trigger, right?
No,
after
no.
insert,
The
trigger will be run, automatically run. So after inserting, trigger will be automatically run. So it will you know calculate total average, and that it will be
Yeah, but
uh,
why this total marks and average marks are null? Not getting it. Previously it was there, now it is showing none.
I think if it is you put before, then the procedure is triggered
yes, yes,
Okay.
before you insert anything. The procedure
yes,
is triggered. But when
Okay.
you're putting after, then the procedure is not triggered.
yes,
So you're getting the columns, but there's no procedure triggered. With,
yes, yes,
uh,
Okay.
I'm
yes.
sorry,
So
can you
we are getting the displayed column, and after that the triggers has after that the procedure has been triggered. That's why we are showing null here.
We have to
Because
modify
null
the
means there
procedure
is nothing.
according to that only.
Nothing. Null means not. We have been only inserted this value, so there will be nothing, right? That's why we had null.
Because the triggers is like triggers is working after inserting like after displaying this table.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why we have this.
After
yes.
inserting. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So up to that is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Uh, now is I think triggers is clear. So yes. Do you have any doubt?
So actually in my PG admin, I'm not getting my university database restored.
Restore.
So it's showing an error restoring backup on the server PostgreSQL 10.
I think we should use 14.
Yes, you can also turn. But can you share your screen? Let
Uh,
me the
yes, sir.
stop the presentation. Okay. I think we have to also we cover the sub query. So you can, yeah,
And
you can.
index and domains, sir.
So index will
Yeah,
be.
so just a minute to bring. So yeah, if somebody have some doubts regarding subquery and DCL, then they can go ahead. Otherwise, like you can ask your questions. No issues.
Ma'am, like I have some doubts in index and domains.
So
Like
see,
we will discuss after the class.
see, index will be, briefly will be like will be discussed in the week 9. So let me short overview of the index and domain. So that will be better. So
Okay.
So should I share my screen now?
no, no. First, let me, the index and domain is there, I think. So let
Okay, sir.
me.
Okay, no problem.
So see, suppose index. If you want to create some index, right?
Yes.
Index, you will be learn week 9 what is index, why you using the index. We will learn lots of things. So if you want to create an index, right? So syntax is create index, then the index name on student means table name, and which attribute you want to create the index. So this is the creation of index. You will learn about the week 3 in detail, don't worry. Week 9, don't worry. So that's that in the week 3. This is up to that thing is like if
What
you
this
want.
index does.
Oh yes, that's things why is using the index, how actually index using the index. So this will be learned in the week 9. So this, so index 2 for apis like like no uh, like if you facing the query in the last numbers of seconds, so it's more quickly. Suppose if you want to fetch some records, if there is an index, so you can there is if you query do if you do query anything, suppose select start from students, so you can see that there is 63 millisecond and 3 rows affected. So this times if you do create an index, and this time will be minimized, right? So that's why we are using the creation of index. So we'll learn about the week 9, don't worry. We will learn about the week 9, what are the index. Index is clear for up to that.
Okay, sir. And
Yes.
what about domains?
What about the domain? So domain is right. This is the user defined data types, and we can create using some constant. You can create some constant. So this is the, suppose create domain person names get 20. This is the user defined data types, and we are doing not null. So user defined data types and the domain is simple reference. You can create some constant.
Okay.
Yes. Okay,
So
up to
what's the
this.
use of the domain?
So you can like you can you can create on your user defined data types, and you can use further. That's it.
Okay.
Yes.
Will we come back to domain later in the course?
uh, domains is not I think domain will not come back. This is the user defined data types, nothing else.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yes.
But
Okay,
it
and
will be in quiz one, no, sir? This.
yes, so see, domain is like only one slide, is not very important things also. This is simple user defined data types, and you can add some constant. That's it, nothing else.
What is what do you mean by user defined data types? Like you're saying like int is a data type, so this is
Yes.
user defined.
So see, like in the slides, everything is there. If you do, if you see, like this is the user defined create types where dollars as numeric 12 by 12. So this is the we are creating one user defined data type dollars, and it will be like 12 by 2. That's it.
Clear, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we are declaring the data type, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Whoever user. Okay.
Yeah. So if you see the lecture, you will be maximum things will be clear. So please see the lectures. That will be helpful.
Very lengthy, sir.
Yes. Someone, Sisti, or someone is some doubt regarding the installation.
Yes, I'm having the doubt.
Yes. Yes.
So sir, as like generally the session is over, we can leave, right?
Mm, I think Anjana. Hello.
Yeah, if you have some doubts, then you can ask, or else you might have another classes also.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so if you're done, then yeah, you can leave. Just I wanted to ask, does anybody have any doubt in the subquery part, in nested query or anything? Any doubts in week 3 basically?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you can then leave
Anybody else?
those.
Anybody else? Any doubts? So looks like nobody have any doubts in week 2 and week 3. If you all still have some doubts, then you can post it on discourse. Yeah, so you can post it on discourse. We'll be replying there also. So okay, then if everything's clear, then yeah, we can wind up the session. So thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Uh, Sir, I have a question. Basically, not related to week 2 and 3, related to overall